Good afternoon, YouTube. Home Handyman here. I'm going to show you something that is really easy to do. It could be decorative, probably for your garage. I had a friend of mine, I made about 12 of these. He used them throughout his house. They're drawer knobs. I take a railroad spike. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. We'll make the video quick, and you can think about it. You can add your own decorations to it or whatever you want, but here's this rusty railroad spike. I measured from here in 2 inches, and I'm going to cut 2 of these. I'm going to use my angle grinder. I have a cutoff wheel on it, and I'll be right back. Okay, here I got 2 of them cut. Now what I did is I went down to, I think it was True Value, or could have been Home Depot, and I have a tap and die set. If you don't have one, the one at Harbor Freight's okay. It'll do the job for this. It's not the best one, of course, because they're so cheap, but I went down. Even though I have what's basically a Harbor Freight tap and die set, here's the handle. The drill bit and the tap come in one package for $2 or $3, and I brought it home and I used it with this. So I set it up because we are going to drill a hole. I can zoom in. We're going to drill a hole right here through the end of this, fairly deep, and then we're going to tap it so that it has threads so that we can use it for a drawer knob puller. So, hang on one sec, I'll show you the drill press setup and we'll go forward from there. But again, you can buy the kits, or you can go out to Harbor Freight and spend, oh shoot, you'd have to look it up, I don't remember. They're inexpensive, and don't worry about it because you'll still be able to use the pieces that are in it. If you have to replace this handle because you busted it or something, it's not a big deal. You can buy these totally separately, made heavier duty, higher quality, so don't worry about it either way. Alright, so let's set up the drill press. I'll show you what we'll do next. Alright, here's the drill press. Here we go. So I got the drill bit in there. I'm going to put a little oil in the hole. Take your time. Every so often I back it out and I fill the hole with oil. Okay, here we are back. I have it in the vise. There's the hole. So we're going to spray this some WD-40. Here's your little tap and die. Now the tap I also coat real good with it, and you want to set it in there. And it's got a beveled tip, so it'll go in, push down a little bit, start to turn it slow. Try to keep it centered best you can here. You'll feel it start to grab. And smooth motions work good. Just don't crank down on this because you can bust it, okay? If it gets real hard like this, back it off a little bit. Back it off. Now, if it gets too stubborn on you, you got vice grips. I'm going to loosen this up, put it on here. I'll really tighten this down. Back it off, okay, shoot a little more WD-40 around it, and back, there we go. You see it'll start to slide again. It's cutting, getting a little hard to cut. We're probably getting fairly close to the bottom here of that drilled hole. You'll know it'll start to really bind up on you. Say, well, that's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to back it out. How about, you don't have to go real deep with this, it's just a drawer handle. So take it out like that. Now I fished around in a nut and bolt box. You might have to go down to the hardware store. Okay, I wiped them down with acetone. You can get this at any big box store. And a paper towel. I let it air dry, it only took a minute. I'm using, because it's interior, it's going to be Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover Gloss. You can use semi-gloss, satin, whatever you want. This is just what I prefer to use. So, one quick coat. One. I don't have to do anything wild and crazy because it's not going to show. So we just turn it, flip it over, turn it again. Now I do give the very front of these a second and a third coat maybe, while I'm here, just like this. Okay, that's it. Let these dry and we'll put them up and we'll see what they look like. This is a quick, easy project. You just need that tap and die and a drill press. So put this on hold. Let this dry. I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll see what they look like when I put them back on. Okay, here they are installed. A little bit of a gloss finish to them. And for cabinet doors out in the garage, it was a quick, easy project. They look pretty cool. Probably when he gets a chance, he can repaint the doors here. But this is cool. I'll get a close-up shot. Anyway, that's it. And they turned out pretty damn cool. So you can make these. I also sell them. I'll have a website up pretty soon where we'll be selling these pre-made. You can just buy them from me, or I just showed you how to make them, and they're quick and easy to do. Drill the holes, tap them, use plenty of oil for the drilling and the tapping. Don't over tighten things and don't go too fast. You can do this too. It's a very easy handyman home project. Okay folks, questions and answers. How long until I'll be selling them? Probably a month or so away from my website going live. I've got a buddy of mine, we're working on it slowly on our days off. There's a lot to do to have a launch date. So probably a month, maybe less, but I'll mention it as soon as I can in one of the videos. Next question. Well, no, you can use, okay, what kind of clear spray am I using? I'm using the Rust-Oleum Ultra Clear Gloss. You can use other gloss paints. I just favor this one. I use it. It's got a nice burn-in when you put one coat over another. For me, I like it. There's nothing wrong with the other ones. Try them. Try it on a scrap piece when you cut these off, try them on a scrap piece. I'm sure they'll work fine. Yes, you can add color to them. Like I've mentioned before, you can buy Rust-Oleum textured in copper, all different colors. There's copper, dark copper, black, flake black, there's silver, there's cast iron looking, black with like a speckled white in it. I don't know how to explain it. It's on the cap at the big box stores, True Value, anywhere you go. Just take a look at them. I keep saying over and over, they work great. I like them because if you've got little defects or whatever and you're trying to make something look rustic, this stuff really works well. On this right here, I didn't apply anything. I just left them natural. Okay, next question. I don't know. There was no magic to this. I just guessed at 2 inches and thought, hey, that looks good for, you grab these like I am right here and pull them open. You could have made them shorter. Want to make them longer, go ahead. If you have more space between here and here, you could add horseshoes like we did in the previous video when I was making coat hangers, and then put them up here and bolt them in, and that would look pretty cool. We could not do that here because the horseshoes would have extended over the edge. So we just kept this project real simple. Next question. Okay, I got my favorite guy, Iron Bill from back east, that thinks that this is kind of some hillbilly stuff when you could just go down and buy them. Well, you can't go down and buy these, Bill, because they don't sell them. If you want to go down and spend money and buy drawer pullers, go ahead. These are do-it-yourself home projects. They're for fun. Always one in the crowd. Have a good day, Bill. Moving on. No, I might hit the back of these when I first cut them with that angle grinder with a 60 or 80 grit, just to touch them up and make them nice and flat and level. And then you can either use a center punch. I've got bits that are self-centering, so then I just drill my holes. Otherwise, yes, use a center punch and then use your drill. Take your time. Like I said, go slow. Okay, that's it for the questions off of the forum. Folks, have a good day. Give me a thumbs up if you like this project and subscribe. I'll do more of these fun things. These are also great projects for kids, by the way. Won't hurt themselves. They're not using any heavy-duty power tools. You could almost use a hand drill and do what I did. Anyway, all right. You folks have a good day. Thank you very much for listening.